people, how are you all doing? I hope everybody is doing fine. In today's video, as you have seen by the title, I'm going to show you 3 recipes, quick and easy recipes that you can make using a microwave. As long as you have a microwave in your house, you're good to go. So I'm going to show you these very simple time saving recipes that you can enjoy at home, especially if you're having your day off, if you don't like to cook, if you don't like to go out. You can just make this in your room. You can just laze around in the room the entire day and just munch on these small little recipes that I'm going to be showing you. Please stay tuned and enjoy. So the first recipe that I'm going to show you to make is a chocolate mug cake. This is very simple, basic ingredients. All you need is all-purpose flour. You need some milk. You need some chocolate powder. You need some cooking oil, any oil as long as it's not smelling. You need any chocolate bar. This is optional. And you need a mug with a spoon. So this is how the ingredients look like. Very few, very simple basic ingredients which everybody will have it in your house. So the first thing that you need to do is you need a clean little mug with a spoon. So that's what you're going to be needing. And all you need to do in the beginning is you're going to put 2 spoons of all-purpose flour into the mug. You also call it maida in India. And then goes in the chocolate powder, 2 spoons of chocolate powder, or if you have Milo, Horlicks, you can use anything as long as it's chocolate flavor. And then this is some cooking oil that I'll be putting. Yes, 1 teaspoon of cooking oil is enough. And then I'm going to throw in the milk. Not a lot of milk, it's just going to be little. If you think it's very thick, then you can put some more milk. But you just need to see the consistency. It needs to be nice and smooth, creamy dough. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to just mix it continuously for a long time. I don't want any lumps of the flour in between. I want everything to be smoothened into a fine paste. So this is how it looks like. Nice and creamy, nice and chocolatey, nice and smooth. This is what you need. So you have completed the process. I had also put in some chocolates in between, but I forgot to record that part. So I put some chocolate in between the mug, between the paste and now I'm putting it in the microwave. It barely took me 1 minute and 30 seconds and voila, here is the chocolate mug cake. It's nice and brown, as you can see. It's beautiful. There's the chocolate that I was talking about in between. I put it in the middle. I buried it in between the paste. And here, the dough has cooked very well. This is how the cake looks like. It's nice and soft. It's delicious and yummy, especially when it's consumed hot. You'll enjoy it so much. So this is so refreshing. If you have a cup of coffee with you, this is a perfect combo. Light coffee though, not very strong, because you're already having something chocolate. So this is recipe number 1. Recipe number 2 is going to be bread pudding. All you're going to be needing is 2 slices of bread, 1 egg, milk. You can use any sugar if you have, but this is what I have in my house right now. I have brown sugar, so I'll be using brown sugar. So all you're going to be needing is this simple 4 ingredients. Yes, 4 ingredients. And you need a glass bowl, because when you're cooking in the microwave, it's advisable to be using glassware. So all you need to do is put the egg into the milk and stir it together. Stir it for a long time until everything has dissolved and you get a smooth liquid. It has to be combined very well. And I'm going to put very little sugar, just 2 pinches of sugar. I don't want a lot of sugar. I don't want it to be very sweet. Just a little sugar. And then again I'm going to mix it all together. Mix very well until the sugar has dissolved. And you see that it's nice and smooth. That's what you need. So next you're going to do is you're going to pour in the little batter of the milk into the bowl, and then break your bread into 2 pieces, 3 pieces, however you want it. If you have a big bowl, then you don't need to break it. My bowl was a little smaller than the size of the slice, so I broke it so that it fits in very well. I also cut off the edges. That's optional. If you don't like to cut off the edges, you can keep it as it is. Now I have poured in the second layer of the batter. I'm just going to let the bread soak into the milk very well. And now I'm going to put the brown sugar on top of the bread. It's going to make it nice and sweet. Not a lot though, I'm just putting a little sugar every time that I'm using. I'm not using a lot of sugar. Now there goes in the second layer of the bread. Again I'm breaking it and I'm putting it on top. This is the second layer. Then all I do is I just pour in the last batch of milk that I have. I'm going to pour in everything so it soaks very well. I want the bread to soak in the milk very well. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just going to see that all the corners are soaked well with the milk, so that it becomes nice and soft when you're eating. You're not going to find any dry bits in between. So that's done. Just pressing everything down so the milk is evenly covered everywhere. All sides are covered. And then finally I'm going to put the last layer of sugar. Again, little sugar. I'm not putting a lot of sugar, just little sugar grains, just sprinkling them around the corner, around the bread, everywhere, just a little. And then this is ready to go into the microwave. So this took me exactly, 2 minutes is enough. After 2 minutes, this is the result. This is what I get after 2 minutes. The bread has cooked very well with the egg and the milk. Finally, I top it up with some sugar. This time it's going to be a little extra sugar because earlier I was putting few grains. Now I'm going to put a little more, and this is how it is ready. You can see all the edges are well cooked. That's why it slides out very easily. So nothing remains down. Everything moves around the bowl very well. That means it's cooked well. The eggs are cooked. And then you try it out. It's nice and delicious, nice and sweet. Not very sweet. You can taste the egg. You can taste the milk. It's nice and sweet. Egg pudding, definitely a must try, especially if you have leftover bread that you don't want to eat anymore. Of course, without fungus though. That can be consumed. You can use it like this instead of throwing out the bread. So the next recipe is going to be pasta. You just need any macaroni that you have. This is what I have. Spring pipe medium pasta. I like to call them curly pasta. It's my favorite. I like it so much because I like how the appearance looks like when it is cooked. Of course, I'm an Indian, so I need a little paprika in my food. I'm not going to put a lot. Then I need a little salt. And this is all-purpose flour. This is going to work as a binder when I'm going to create the sauce for the pasta. And then I need some milk. And then this is tomato ketchup sauce. Whatever sauce you have, whatever you like to use, you can use. That is up to you. And then you need cooking oil. So this is what I have. So I'm going to be using this cooking oil. If you have extra virgin oil also will be nice. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put some water into the pasta, little oil, and I'm going to cook it in the microwave for exactly 10 minutes. And as I'm cooking it, between the 10 minutes you have to keep opening and checking, because if the water has reduced, you have to put in a little water every time. You have to keep checking in between. So after 10 minutes, exactly after 10 minutes, this is the result that I got. The pasta is cooked very well and it's nice and it's not sticking towards each other because I put oil. That's why it's very important to put oil when you're cooking the pasta so that it doesn't stick. Yeah, it's cooked perfectly cooked and I like it how it is. I don't want it to overcook. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to put 1 spoon of all-purpose flour into the milk, because this is going to give me that thick sauce that I need for the pasta. So all-purpose flour goes into the milk. I'm stirring it very well because I don't want any lumps in between. So everything is okay. Now I'm going to pour that milk with all-purpose flour into the pasta. I'm going to put the sauce. I have tomato ketchup, whatever sauce you like, that's optional. This is what I have, so I'm going to be using this sauce. I'm going to put in a pinch of salt and the paprika. Again, optional. If you like, you put it. If not, it's up to you. But me, as an Indian, as an Asian, I like a little hint of spiciness in my food. Not very spicy, just a little spiciness. That's why I put the paprika. Now all that I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it all together very well. Mix it until you see that the pasta has been covered with the sauce. Each and every funnel of the pasta has to be covered with this sauce. Then you're going to enjoy it because the sauce will enter through the pipes of the pasta, and when you're eating, you're going to enjoy it so much. I want to cook it for 5 minutes. Exactly after 5 minutes, the pasta is done, and this is the final result. Time to reveal the pasta. This is how it looks like. I'm going to show you a close-up. Let me make some adjustments, please. I'm going to pour it into the plate so you can see it very well, and it's hot, and I want to enjoy my pasta well. So I have finally put everything into the plate. I'm going to show you how it looks like. Drum rolls, grand reveal. Here's the pasta. It's nice and sweet. It's a little tangy. It's a little 1 tinge of spiciness. There's a combo of everything, and the pasta is yummy and delicious. I will highly recommend you to try this pasta. It's very simple and easy, very cost effective. I've not used anything much. So I hope you enjoyed the recipes. If you did, then please do not forget to give me a like, comment below, and tell me which was your most favorite recipe. For me, the most favorite was the pasta that I made. It was so delicious and so yummy. I enjoyed that pasta the most. And if you like to see more recipes as such, please do let me know in the comment section, and I will definitely make a part 2 video of this series. So please stay tuned for more videos. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and until then, continue spreading the love.